regional title on the line here. You're both professionals. I expect to behave professionally. Listen for my instructions, obey my instructions at all times. When I say break or stop, you stop punching, take a step backwards. Understand me? Beautiful. Touch them up.
So the rat's tail won't be in all of its glory. It's been taped up for Vegas Larfield as he embraces his team before heading out to battle with a fellow undefeated fighter. He's up at featherweight on this occasion. Is Larfield. Nolan, he's comfortable there with his belt on the line as we get started. This one, 8 3-minute rounds. Larfield and Nolan. Good shots there from Albert Nolan in the early stages. And he will want to establish something early against a highly credentialed and very, very talented young man in Vegas Larfield. Jab there from Larfield, got straight through.
Coming from a great stable of fighters, Vegas Larfield, obviously Liam Wilson, Benjamin Hussein.
He's here tonight, it's Benjamin Hussein, and I'm sure Liam Wilson will be watching, and we can't wait to see both of them back in action very shortly. Body shot from Nolan. Counter shot there from Larfield over the top with his right hand. And if there are any criticisms of Larfield last time out when he fought on the Zoo Ocampo undercard, they were that while he boxed very nicely, he did get hit a little bit and perhaps too much in a fight like that. So I'm sure he'll be looking to make some improvements there against Nolan, who gets through with a right hand. And
you know, Ben, none of us really want to get hit, but when you've got an opponent in front of you, they're trying to hit us. So that's what the sport's about. Me hitting you and you hitting me, and obviously not getting hit, but there sometimes when you're in against a good opponent, it's very hard not to get hit.
It is a part of it. Hard to argue.
Oh. Can't all be as fast as Harry Garside, not get hit, but you know, it's all good.
No rubbish, Vegas.
Twinkle toes, Jeff. Because I don't like getting hit. I'm really loving the dominance here from Vegas. Ooh, gets caught with a shot there, though.
Great right hand from Nolan. The commentator's curse for Harry Garside there for a moment. But yes, he was starting to establish some things and looking really strong. So let's see if he gets back into that pattern after that right hand crept through from Nolan, who tries it again. Good work from both fighters in the corner there. They both threw some good shots and both defended nicely.
Yeah, both boys fought really well off the ropes there.
One round down. What did you see, Harry?
I really love the I was about to say the stalking of the front foot, really the pressure that Larfield was showing. He's throwing some really, really awkward shots, though, his opponent, so you've got to watch out for those big shots, especially when you're coming in.
Okay, so just go first. You don't crowd yourself. You can start punching from a little bit further away. Start with your feint. You're boxing great. You know what I mean? Get that feint going. Get that front hand moving. It doesn't have to be landing. You've got to get it moving, okay? You got to stop reaching with it. You're just throwing it over, all right? It's like, keep it close to your face. It's not partner work. And dig him to the body. It's you. It's your turn, all right? Okay? You've got a great defense. Yeah. You're understanding there. Use your defense, use your rolls, dig the body hard. Yeah. You got to be smart with that front hand, okay? We're going to get it going. Yeah. You got to move it. You got to make it move a little bit. Nothing crazy. You're crowding yourself a little bit too much to it, okay?
On the inside, don't get to close range. Just half a step outside.
Heavyweights are next for us, and this man, Jackson Murray, has been out of the ring for over a year. He'll return as an undefeated fighter against Louis Masters. So that's up in our co-main right now. Vegas Larfield and Albert Nolan.
All the potential in the world has the big fella Jackson Murray. Just hope he can get to where he needs to be.
It's just good to see him back in the ring, and that'll happen very shortly for Murray, as Nolan shows some awkwardness, but also some ability here against Larfield.
He's a very hard man to read, Nolan. You don't really know where his shots are coming from.
No, blood from his nose now. Took a good shot there from Larfield, and it's opened that nose right up for Nolan. That won't help him one bit. Counter shot there from Nolan as the right drive from Lafield got through. Oh, big shot over the top, misses from Nolan as they tangle really awkwardly. He just tries to clear that nose, does Nolan, but there's a lot of blood there.
Wow, every time Nolan jabs, he's going straight into the right hand. Garfield needs just to step on the outside of that jab and bring the right hand over instead of just trying to punch over it. Get to the side of it. There it is every time.
1-2 he goes, and just coming back there and staying out of trouble for a moment is Nolan, but better stuff this from Vegas Larfield in round number 2. 1, 2 and 3 from Nolan. Body shot from Larfield.
Don't hold, hands free.
Left hand around the guard of Larfield.
Break! Don't wrestle.
Nolan just tries to get himself in a good spot, and then he takes some shots. Better stuff from Larfield again. And he is starting to have some real success in those exchanges as Nolan looks for that right hand. Measuring right hand from Larfield, just a little short of its target.
Yeah, I'd like to see Larfield land a few more body shots, bring those hands down, because his opponent is starting to really feel the punches over the top, slowing him down.
Jabbing Larfield, staying out of trouble as well, and now he'll try and work on the inside.
Come on, hands free, punch out of there.
Just crowding his work a little bit here, Larfield.
Well, Nolan knows from that distance he's in trouble. As he stays in close, he's got a little bit of a chance of landing something but not getting hit. From the distance, Larfield hasn't missed.
Right hand from Larfield is a good one as well to finish the round. Our main event this evening, it features Dylan Biggs, who's a chance of taking on Nikita Zoo if he can win tonight.
All right, thank you. We're watching intently, hoping to get the W. Get one duck, eh? Doing all right? Doing good? No, perfect. I'm not a talker.
And that is Jack Brubaker, of course, who went toe-to-toe in a very memorable fight with Nikita Zoo last time out.
And big old Jackie Brubaker tipped Pavlidis tonight to me. He said, Jeff, get on Pavlidis, which I didn't, of course, but I listened and I watched now. Great choice there tonight, Jack.
He's a good judge, he's a great entertainer, and he's a very tough man as well, as we saw just over the road at the Hordern Pavilion recently.
He arrived here with his mate from Cronulla, big Paulie Gallon's in the crowd today.
Yeah, he's here having a look. Is Paul Gallen enjoying the action?
You'll be thinking of a comeback, Paul.
He did plenty of rounds, didn't he, with Jackson Murray along the way, so you'll see a former sparring partner in our next fight. Nolan reaches out. This is better stuff from him. He gets through with a couple of shots too, does Nolan, and now they go wild.
Well, I think they told him after
from Lafield.
They must have told him after that last round, you've got to do something. You've got to turn this around. Because, Lafield was getting way on top in the second round.
Turned to southpaw too for a moment, did Nolan. But he had success with some shots, so he'll take confidence from that. Right hand just creeps through.
Come on, hands free, punch out. Don't hold.
Blood around the place from the nose, of course, of Nolan, also from the mouth of Larfield, who just goes back. Nolan comes back. Oh, big right hand it was from Larfield. Really big right hand got through from Vegas Larfield to end a willing exchange where both fighters scored with good shots. Nolan over the top with his right hand. He goes back to southpaw. Just stays out of trouble there for a moment. The right hand of Larfield misses.
Come on, hands free, boys. Hands free. Punch out.
Measuring is Larfield. Just waiting on this shot. Nolan disrupts it. Tries to counter with that left hook. There's Nolan.
Don't hold in there, Albert. Don't hold. Hands free.
Right hand from Larfield.
Don't hold, boys.
Nolan
Hands
right
free.
on the end
Come
of his shot. Good shot there from Vegas Larfield. Nolan just backs off for a moment. He's vulnerable in this corner. Oh, uppercut's a beauty from Nolan. Body shot and over the top goes Larfield. Nolan digs in with a left rip to the body. Over the top is Larfield again with that left hand that got through onto the jaw of Nolan. But he's tough, is Albert Nolan, who took some big shots there. And then he comes back with that big left hand. Turned himself to southpaw, threw the power shot from that position and scored. 1, 2, 3 and 4 is Vegas Larfield. And over the top as well as Nolan just hangs on inside the final 30 seconds of this third round. And it's been the most entertaining of the fight. Both of them throwing plenty of shots.
Not even halfway through the fight, Ben. I reckon it'll be who's got the bigger motor. Oh, big uppercut there from Nolan.
Beautiful uppercut from Albert Nolan.
Step back.
He was right against the ropes. Larfield pressing forward and he found his shot. He backs off again and they finish what was an outstanding round of action.
Wow, the first fight was great. The second fight was great. This third fight's great as well. It's amazing tonight. The matchups have been great.
Now there's a big cut over that right eye of Nolan, which goes with the damage from his nose as David Cyphers gets to work.
Good for the body. You're catching him in the head. He's going to get his hands up a bit more. Good, Albie. Is that 4? That's 4, right? Let's get into the championship rounds.
Well, there's a bit going on there for Albert Nolan in between rounds, and this is why, because there was some swelling over that eye and then it turned into a cut. And Vegas Larfield just pressed the action throughout. But Nolan, he came back with plenty.
Continuously came back. Everything that Larfield gave him, he tried to give it back.
So awkward and tricky as well. Very hard man to read.
Make sure we
And now that he's switching to southpaw and throwing wide shots with both hands from there, it's an even trickier read for Vegas Larfield as Nolan does exactly that. And again, and ducks underneath and throws a right hand over the top and then an uppercut from Nolan. Cuffing shot there from Nolan, and Larfield just marches forward here. Counter shot from Nolan's a good one. Just touching away there is Larfield, trying to set something up. Nolan gets his supporters going. And again, big left hands.
Uppercut, hook, uppercut.
Beautiful
again.
shot there again from Nolan. He's having success. He turns that left hand around. Nolan having his best moments of this fight. Goes 1-2 against the young star in Vegas Larfield, who's found himself in a serious fight here in round number 4. Nolan backs off. Larfield, he shows he's up for the battle and he just misses.
Hands free and
They're
punch out
both
of there,
happy to
boys.
hang on for a moment as we hit the halfway mark here of round number 4.
It's been Nolan's best round by far.
Just short with that right hand there is Larfield. Body shot there from Nolan. 1 and 2 he goes again. Straight into the guard of Larfield, but he just weaves out of the way of that one. Body shots are good. Right hand's a beauty from Larfield as well. He just uses his feet there, Larfield, but Nolan's happy in this corner. He shouldn't be because he takes a huge uppercut. Oh, there's a nice right hand and an uppercut as well. The right hand doubles up for Nolan. Left hand Larfield. Body shot and an uppercut from Nolan, who brings out a left hand as well. Oh, What about the action we're seeing here in round number 4
Break, fellas.
between
Step back.
Vegas Larfield and the super impressive Albert Nolan, who's arrived?
What a fight.
Come on, hands free, hands free.
Two boys giving their
Stop
all.
holding, Albie. Hands free.
Who can uphold this tempo for another 4 rounds?
Yeah, it's a big. I think that'll be the big question. Who's got the bigger engine?
There's a good right hand there, and there's a better one. Larfield, 10 seconds left in this round. We now get to see exactly what Albert Nolan is made of, because he was hit with an absolute bomb, and he's still on his feet. There's another. He might come through the ropes.
The referee was that far from stopping the fight. And I don't know how we never went down, Ben.
I don't know how he didn't finish up on top of us, because he was nearly through the ropes. He took absolute bombs, about 4 of them, and somehow stayed on his feet. Albert Nolan, he's a warrior.
Wow, and Larfield had turned that round around the
Yeah.
last 40 seconds. That was the best round from Nolan, and all of a sudden he just turns around. Look at this. Look at the
Not
action
go down
here.
there. That right hand was enormous from Larfield. And then he finds another.
Just here.
I think it's a left hook. There it is, the left hook.
Oh, and hands that right hand as well, and it was right on the bell.
Caught by the ropes there, Ben.
Well, you could argue that the ropes kept him up, but geez.
Seconds down.
When he got hit, then the lights are out.
Make sure you mop that corner up.
he hits the bottom rope there, and they
Mop
just
that
switch
up.
back on.
Well, Vegas Larfield had to weather a storm in that round, and he showed his quality to do so. And he just about had Albert Nolan out of there. But Nolan has surprised plenty already in this fight. Let's see if he can continue to surprise under all sorts of fire here. All right hands from Larfield, just short, but big shot from Nolan. Nolan comes back, but Larfield stands straight up to it. Body shot from Nolan. 1-2 goes Larfield.
Keep him up. Keep him
Left
up.
hook was a good one, in short. 1, 2, and 3, and 4.
Beautiful shot.
Larfield. Nolan comes back with another with his left hands.
Wow, this is amazing. These two guys are showing skill, toughness, heart, everything. They're showing everything you need to know for a great fight.
That's what boxing's all about.
Infighting in this neutral corner that has become their home. Vegas Larfield just goes to work. He's trying to force Will Soulos to make a decision, our referee, who says, show me something. But, gee, Nolan is throwing plenty back. There's one, and there's another. Nolan gets the crowd going again. 1, 2, and 3. Now, what's Larfield got left after the onslaught that he produced in the early stages of this round? Because Nolan, he looks to have plenty.
Unbelievable. Will Soulos asked for something. He's shown him something all right. He's shown him more than we thought he had, that's for sure.
1, 2, 3, and 4 from Vegas Larfield, but Nolan just picks shots and picks him with power. And now he finds his way into a different corner. And he goes 1 and 2 does Nolan. Larfield over the top, misses a hook from Albert Nolan. Right hand falls short from Nolan. Larfield goes to the body inside the final minute of round 5. On 2 goes Larfield as Nolan just backs away into yet another corner and welcomes the battle and turns around to left hands. Nolan. 1-2 goes Larfield. And there's a right hand from Nolan. A right hand from Larfield. Uppercut from Nolan. And this is an all-out war between Vegas Larfield and Albert Nolan. And they are trading throughout what has been a supreme round of action. Nolan, Larfield comes back with that left hand. 1 and 2 from Nolan. What a round this has been here on Fox Sports between Vegas Larfield and Albert Nolan. And they deserve this rest. And if you're just joining us on Fox League, you're tuning in for something incredibly special because our main event is Dylan Biggs and Ryan Mitchum, but we've had 2 fights so far. They have both been memorable, and this might be the best one yet. Vegas Larfield and Albert Nolan have been trading in an absolute war. Larfield with the rat's tail. He is an outstanding young boxer, 9-0. Nolan from Canada has surprised plenty. There is blood absolutely everywhere, and it's been a memorable battle already with still plenty of time left. Larfield, the star on the rise, and Nolan, the surprise packet of tonight.
Hey, boys, you know how we say fight of the year? Could this be the show of the year already? These first 3 fights have been amazing.
Incredible stuff that you are watching here on Fox Sports this evening. Ben Damon commentary alongside Jeff Fennick and Harry Garside. What have they got left for us here? Larfield and Nolan. As we get into round number 6, every time Nolan looks in trouble, he comes back with something big, Jeff.
Oh, definitely. So this has just been an amazing competitive fight. All of a sudden, when you think one's out, the other one just comes back. I've been looking at Gary. I've been gasped. I really don't. And Harry, I really don't know. I don't know what to say.
Body shot, Nolan.
Every time we go to say something, something else happens.
Nolan now trying to find that left rip to the body. He doubles up his jab.
Anyone who just tuned in at home, boy oh boy, did they tune into something special.
Well, they've missed out on a lot too, let me tell you, they've just tuned in.
Yeah, we'll watch it back later because we've still got Jackson Murray, Louis Masters and Dylan Biggs against Ryan Mitchum and whatever is left of this ridiculous fight here between Larfield and Nolan.
Yeah, listen, and I don't want to call this up, but what these two guys have shown, their mental capacity is amazing. What they've gone through in training to bring this into the ring is just crazy. This has been one of the greatest contests I've seen for a long time.
What Albert Nolan has been able to do, the further we've got into this fight, is come from different angles and consistently surprise Vegas Larfield, who's thrown with power and precision at times, but just can't do anything about these crazy shots that arrive from Nolan from those sorts of angles. And both corners will them on. I'm not sure if there was something wrong with our clock there or... No, I think it was with the timekeepers.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a short round.
Yeah, it was a short round by a minute.
But let me just say something, the boys deserve it.
They do.
They deserve it.
Can they get 2 minutes break then, perhaps?
That's the first time I'm happy there was a mistake. Good on you guys. Good on you, timekeeper. Give these boys a rest. They deserve it.
This is the corner of Larfield.
5, okay? His head's down here on this right side. Feint the right hand, come up with a 5.
Right, go second.
Yeah, and you've got to change your entries. You're going to go first, change your entries, okay? Because the jab, you only throw a single jab. It's a double jab right hand, but not the singles. Change your entries a little bit. You can bring the 3, you can bring the 5, you can bring the 6. That's your entry.
Variations. But
up and down. Step back and you're going to go, okay?
Don't crowd yourself. And he's just holding you when he's
So a conversation there in the final seconds between Vegas Larfield and his team. As we return for what is round 7 of this 8-rounder.
Well, I'll tell you what, for Larfield having 9 fights, this is what a preparation this is for the rest of his career. This is something you can't pay for, this experience, Harry. The experience that these both guys are getting, but Larfield in particular, because this is the guy we're talking about, this guy that we're all raving about that can be world champion. You're not going to get serving a better apprenticeship than he is tonight.
What both boys are showing tonight as well, you can't teach this stuff. The grit, the hunger, the motor. These are things they either have or they don't.
Done a great job on that cut as well for Nolan over his right eye. It hasn't bled much since it occurred, and it's a pretty nasty one. As they just get away with jabs on each other there for a moment and tangle. Now into the 2nd minute of this 7th round. Let's see how the timekeepers perform in this one. Body shot's a good one from Vegas Larfield, but it's a warning on the run about it being low from our referee, Will Sulos.
Stop holding. Hands free.
And you have to remember there were times in this fight where it looked like Will Sulos was going to stop it on behalf of Vegas Larfield, with Nolan in strife and nearly coming through the ropes at a point, but he's continued to dig deep. He tries to find that uppercut. There it is. Good shot from Nolan again. The left-hand uppercut got through onto Larfield, but he's got a chin on him, this Vegas Larfield. Gets free for a moment, this Larfield, but Nolan just happy to hang on and maybe starting to feel the pace of this as he turns that left hand around. Larfield smiles at him.
Hands free. Come on, hands free.
Every time I feel that the fight is turning one way, it comes back the other way.
Oh, right hand from Larfield was a beauty, but Nolan again, he threw the next two punches after it. And he throws another that gets through, and another does Nolan. And he ducks under those shots. That's a good shot from Larfield. The uppercut got through with Nolan against the ropes. He's happy there, though. Right hand from Nolan. Body shot Nolan. And he looks 1, 2, and 3. There's a shot from Larfield. Big left hand and a left hook gets through. Nolan somehow bending back over the ropes scores with an uppercut. The right hand of Vegas Larfield gets through as well.
Step back.
And we have 10 seconds left here in round number 7. They step out and throw bombs at each other. Body shots from Albert Nolan as Larfield tries to find a big one, but it's the right hand of Nolan that finishes the rounds. Well, he's quite frankly not human, Albert Nolan.
Oh, wow.
It's ridiculous. Every time he looks gone, he comes back and throws 6 punches.
But you've got to win this round. You're winning the fight for sure, but you've got to win this round. Right? You can stop him. You can stop him, man. It's up to you. Stop him.
Last round, we'll touch gloves.
Come on, man. Mate, you know you're not even bleeding or nothing. Right? I want you to work hard, Albert. Get the jab working, shorten your punches up, okay? Okay? You've got 1 round left to win a fight. This is your belt. You've got to win it. Okay?
Very big puddle there. I'll get you to mop it up. Yeah.
You're going really well, Albert. Albert, last round. I want a big round. I want the biggest round of the fight. Okay?
Can we get much bigger?
Well, if it's the biggest round of the fight, it's going to be quite spectacular. Vegas Larfield and Albert Nolan
That's the way, boys.
step out for the final rounds of the third fight of a fascinating and dramatic and entertaining night of boxing. Right hand from Vegas Larfield's a beauty. Body shot from Nolan comes back.
Break! Break! Step back!
Right hands at range from Larfield, but he just can't find the target of Nolan, who moves just ever so slightly again and throws into the gloves of Larfield. There's a shot on the inside from Nolan. And a big shot from Larfield as well, but Nolan comes straight back as you'd expect. 1, 2, 3, Nolan. Body shot Nolan, right hand from Albert Nolan as well.
Regardless of the result, boy oh boy, I want to see a rematch.
Regardless of the result, I don't want to see a rematch. Not even one of my children, not if I'm training these boys.
Not much on that shot from Nolan, but he can deceive you. 1, 2, 3 shots with that free hand from Vegas Larfield. And we said he's had fights on big cards here in Australia and in the US as Vegas Larfield, but he will not have learnt any more than in a war like this with Canada's Albert Nolan, who goes 1 and 2 as he bounces off the ropes. And this is where he lives against the ropes. In the corner, under fire, and throwing back. Just weaves out of the way of that one. Body shots from Larfield. Nolan breathes deeply, but he will throw
Not the back of the head.
when he gets his shots.
Break! Step back!
Okay, we have now 1 minute left of this war.
You just think about it. In round 5, the referee was saying, have you got anything left? He's got a lot left.
Larfield working hard and trying to get through with the big shot, but he misses again. Nolan goes 1-2. Larfield responds. Big right hand over the top from Albert Nolan.
What a finish.
Larfield trying to find him. Puts his head on the chest as Nolan throws an overhand right that gets through. And another. Larfield's forced to back off for a moment. Through goes Larfield as Nolan works hard again and takes this one into the centre of this ring. And Albert Nolan from Gunnedah and the young star on the rise in Vegas Larfield have produced something special. What a fight between Larfield and Nolan. Oh my goodness.
Wow, I'm not going to ask you guys who won because I don't know who won.
I'm lost for words, Jeff. I'm lost for words.
What a fight.
This is turning into one of the craziest nights of boxing we have seen in Australia.
Wow, I can't remember watching 3 fights in a row.
Well, the first 3 on a card.
That were as competitive as this. I cannot recall in the history of me watching boxing. I got goosebumps, I got everything. I'm shaking, thinking, wow, these two guys, amazing. What does it say about Australian boxing, Ben, Harry? What does it say? I mean, for me, that's vicious as I've ever seen it. But wow, it says a lot for our sport.
Harry, just tell those who may have joined us late as we watch the highlights, what's happening here?
It has to be one of the best fights I've seen in a long time. You almost ruled out Nolan how many times throughout the fight, and then he kept coming back. He kept landing big shots. The catch and counter from Nolan was amazing, but it's going to be a hard one to pick. Vegas Larfield showed his skill, showed his grit, and what a test it was so early in his career.
Well, I'm going to ask you, who do you won? Because in the corner, in the 7th round, the end of the round, the trainer of Nolan said, no, you're winning the fight, you've won the fight. But I'm going to have to say Vegas, just a touch. I'm with you. Vegas, maybe by 2 points, maybe.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just witnessed an incredible featherweight championship fight. A round of applause for these two fighters. After 8 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge Charlie Lucas scores the competition 75-77. George Pullis, 74-78. And Shane Stanford, 78-77 for your winner by unanimous decision. And still the WBC Australasia Featherweight Champion,